Woof.
Okay, so here's the new devblog that came out today, September 6th, and it is regarding Halloween. Early access to the Japanese battleships, I think that's the Battlecruisers tier, and other upcoming features in Closed Test 12.9. And I will say that I have seen nothing of this except for the title. So this will be a first read through, first reactions. I may get stuff completely wrong. I may completely misunderstand stuff. You never know. But let's go and see what we have here. So World of Warships is saying, let's go over some of the main new features. So Halloween, what are we going to do for Halloween? Update 12.9 introduces a new Halloween operation, Last Chapter. You will join the Forces of Light in its final fight against the Twilight Fleet. This time your mission is to escort Transylvania armed with a special explosive to the portal. Protect Transylvania from enemy forces and help her reach her destination to destroy the portal once and for all. You can participate in your own Tier 8 and 9 ships of all types. That's interesting. Your ships will change appearance, gaining a themed camo and special visual effects, as well as receive special modifiers that will help them even out the performance of all ships. That's an interesting statement right there. Even out the performance of all ships. What does that mean? Does that mean you can take a really bad ship and it'll buff it? Or you can take one of the strongest ships at the tier and it'll nerf it some? I don't know what that means. That's an interesting statement. As in previous Halloween events, the map is covered in filth that gradually damages your ship if you stay in it. However, this time Transylvania is using magic to create a safe zone around her that moves with the ship. It weakens over the course of the battle and the safe zone becomes smaller until it reaches its minimum size. So, shrinking safe zone around the Transylvania. Okay. Interesting. That's an interesting big island there. Got your filth circles and such. Okay. Looks like an interesting event. We'll see how it goes. Like I said, I'm most interested in that one statement that they made there. Now let's move down the list. Early access to Japanese battleships and heroic battle collection. So Japanese researchable battleships Yumahara, Adatara, and Bungo, the Bunghole, are entering early access in 12.9. In celebration of this event, we added permanent camouflages for Kuraokami? Kuraokami? I don't know how you say that. We'll just say Kuraokami, and that will be the southern Japanese pronunciation for that. So for the Adatara and the Mizuchi for Bungo, as well as permanent camouflage Ryujin for Tsurugi. Okay. Also, the Japanese battleship flag has been added to the game. Well, okay, excellent. Let's take a look at this camo. That's it's interesting. I'm not a giant fan of the colors, but the dragon's pretty cool. If I had pictures of the ships that have the from Halloween that have the serpent that's intertwined through the ship, it would be interesting to see if they kind of use that as a baseline for this model. I don't know. I'm just saying. But this one seems just a tiny bit bland to me. It does have a little bit of yellow, but it doesn't seem to pop really well. I don't know. It's not that it's bad. It's just, not great for me. Now this one has a little bit more pop to it because you got the lighter color and the darker blue and the red and all. There's a tiny bit more pop to it. Still not a huge fan though. That would be the one for the Bungo. And then here's the Tsurugi. Um, yeah, not a real fan of this one. This looks like they just basically whitewashed the dragon. If they would have taken the red from this one and put it on this one, that would have been interesting. That may have made this one, it may have made it the best of the three. But I'm going to say the middle one's the best of the three, but it's just kind of average. I'm not overly excited personally myself about those. If you love them, that's great. Yeah, I think the dragon and the artwork's cool, but the color schemes are just okay for me. There you have a flag. Port Curie has been decorated for the occasion. Ooh, lightning, storms, and a full moon. Ooh. You have a dragon across the top of the pagoda there. That's nice. Very nice. Additionally, a themed collection will be added to the game. It will consist of 60 elements, which you can receive for heroic battle containers. The reward completing the collection will be the Mount Fuji Sunrise permanent camouflage for Yumahari. So let's look at this thing and see. Yeah, this one's not too bad. This reminds me of a Japanese dessert, or at least the kinds that you find in Japanese restaurants. It's got some color, it's got some sweet to it, but it's not too over the top. It's not like, you know, if you go and get an American dessert, it's how much sugar can we cram in the thing and craziness. You know, this is like, it's pleasant, but not over the top to the eyes, and it's, you know, it's got some flavor, but not too much. That's what this is kind of reserved a little bit, but that's okay. I want to say out of all the ones we've seen, considering these other ones and this one, I'm going to say this is the best of the bunch. I still wouldn't consider it great, but it's definitely the best. It's okay. It is okay. There's your heroic battle container. So what is in the heroic battle container now? Is there going to be a premium heroic battle container? I don't know. Let's see what's in this one though. All right, so you get one collection element. So you only get one. You get one item from this list, which is bonus, like one bonus thing or some free XP or some elite XP, not much. Or you get one item from this list, which could be 30,000 credits. Not much. You're getting like one thing and one thing, or a little tiny nibble of credits or free or elite XP. So yeah, not too great. Here's the thing that a lot of people are looking forward to. A lot of people like is this Black Friday event. So let's see the Black Friday ships. As part of the upcoming Black Friday event, the following content will be added to the game. B versions of Lazo, Repulse, Brandenburg, Iwami, Black, and Smolensk. Do they usually do 6 ships? I thought they usually only did like 4. So are they trying to make an even bigger money grab? 6 themed flags. And you got Black Friday containers and Black Friday premium containers. So Lazo is fantastic. The Black and the Smolensk are really good. Repulse is really good. Brandenburg's good. And Iwami's not bad. Interesting that the Black, I mean, that just seems like there was some mention in our private Discord chat about these ships coming out. And of course, we immediately went to, you got the Black, or the Black. And we said, you know, they just had Megadeth. We've got Megadeth in the game and Dave Mustaine. Why can't we get AC/DC and get Angus Young as a captain, and instead of black, it would be black and black. Hey, there's a thing. There's a thing, Wargaming. You need to see if you can't get AC/DC. They may not be able to afford AC/DC. I don't know. But that's going to be interesting. Let's see what these things look like. Repulse looks good. Well, all of the ships, I don't know what it is. Everything looks good in this black camo. They look fantastic. Lazo looks good. Brandenburg looks good. The black looks good. The black 666. Nice. Iwami looks nice. I'm looking at Smolensk. It's hard to tell, but the way this side is on Smolensk with that lighter patch, I probably like it the least of the bunch. I think I like the Smolensk the least of the bunch in black, but it still looks pretty good in black. I can't say any of them don't look good. That's pretty awesome. There's your containers. So this is your regular container. I'm guessing this is your premium. Has like a radar scope on it. Kind of cool. Let's look at the regular container composition. So you get a 0.4% chance of getting one of the other previous black ships. Could be any of those, that whole list. Not to mention the current ones, the Lazo, the Brandenburg, the Iwami. Interesting. And if you already have all the ships, you get 250 doubloons, which isn't a lot. And you get one item from this list, which you can see the percentages, but you're most likely to get 18,000 elite XP, or as far as an individual item is concerned, 6,000 free XP or 360,000 credits, which really ain't all that great. Or you have an 18% chance of getting common bonuses. So yeah, not so much. Well, let's check out the premium, and what have you got here? So you have a 12% of getting one of the black ships. Get these Black Friday ships. So a 12%. So that means if you bought 8 to 9 of these, it would theoretically, 9 for sure, would theoretically guarantee you to get a ship. Theoretically. Now, one item from the other list. Let's see what this is now. So your best chance is to get 14 rare bonuses. You got a 60% chance of getting that. You got 13% chance to get 100,000 elite. Yeah. And or 10% to get 35,000 for XP, or 5% to get 2 million credits. So interesting. And on this one, if you already have all the ships, you get 2,500 doubloons. Okay, it's a little better. Well, that's interesting. I think that's a pretty good list of Black Friday ships. So really cool. Content additions and changes. Added the following. Flag 100 Years of Turkish Republic. I guess that's this one, the 100. Patch End of the Great War. And you got Commanders Umberto Cagni and Adrian de Gerlache, or Galache. Okay. You get permanent camouflage polar ice for Gneisenau, or Microsoft Store Container. Okay. I'll have to check and see what's in that. So here is your Gneisenau. I want to grab this and turn it all around like you can do like you can do on the screen when you're in game, but you can't do that here. But this looks kind of cool. So this is a little bit like the ice camo on the Duke of York, except it's got a red deck and a little bit of gray here. So wow. Okay. That's definitely interesting. Not bad though. I don't mind it. It's a clean look. Jack White and the white stripes would probably be proud. Yeah, I think it works just fine. It's perfectly fine. So here's your Microsoft store container. Okay. You get an item from a list which includes a little bit of doubloons or Microsoft store camouflages. Okay. Free XP, 1 day of premium, or you could get 3 common bonuses, most likely. Oh no, that is you are guaranteed to get 3. Never mind. It's just a matter of which one do you get, and then 5 signals. 5 signal flags. Okay. Updated the contents of the Jack-o'-lantern container and Jack-o'-lantern premium container. Ooh. Well, more containers to look at the composition of. Let's see what we got here. So a 94% chance to receive one of these, which is a little bit of coal credits, elite XP or free XP. Not a lot. It's okay. Or a 2.5% chance to pull one of these permanent camos that would be from previous Halloween events. Interesting. Very interesting. Wow, that's a lot of camos. If you already have all of them, you will receive 5,000 free XP instead. And then 3.5% chance to receive one of the following rewards. Now, okay. This would be one of a good long list of commanders with 6 skill points. So let's see what the premium container does for you. Now you have an 83% chance to receive 20,000 free XP, 60,000 elite, 8 rare economics, or 15 rust camouflages. You have a 7.5% compared to 2.5%. You got 3 times the ability to win one of these camos, one of these Halloween camos, and a 9.5% chance to win one of these captains with 10 skill points. So looks interesting. So just to recap, they've updated contents of the Jack-o'-lantern, the regular and the premium containers, and you can get, camouflages and or captains or a little bit of resources out of it. You've got a Microsoft Store container, which is really not that good. You're just getting some basically very common stuff out of it. You got a new camo for the Nazenau that looks fairly decent. You got some new commanders and a patch and a flag here. You have Black Friday regular and premium containers where you got where's the percentage chance for a ship? 12% chance for a ship in the premium container. 0.4% chance in the regular container. Now, we have the list of black ships, and they all look fantastic. That's going to be Lazo, Repulse, Brandenburg, Iwami, Blacker, Smolensk. That's what you got. You've got these heroic battle containers that look very limited in what you can get, but it does help further a collection. And then you've got a special camo for the new Japanese battlecruiser, the Yumihari, which looks pretty good. We have a new Port Curie decorated for Halloween. Awesome. We have the new Japanese battlecruisers coming out with new camos, and to me, they're not hitting on all that much. Just not. And then we have our Halloween game mode, where we're going to be able to bring our own tier 8 and 9 ships. And the big thing that I'm trying to digest, and I don't know what it means, but it's right here. Your ships will change appearance, gain themed camouflage, and special visual effects. All right, that's pretty simple, but as well as receive special modifiers that help even out the performance of all ships. So we don't know what that means. So you can take your own ships, but in this mode, they're going to get some kind of a modifier. So again, I don't know if that means they're buffing up the crappy ships and toning down the really good ones, or what they're doing. But there you go. That is the devblog from today, September 6th, 2023. So now that we've made it through that, let's see if we can't jump out and actually play some warships. Thank you so much for watching the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want to receive notifications of future videos, just ring the bell. Until next time, Tater Dawg says, woof.